Special week this week.
We have a friend of the pod with us this week. Come
Shout
on
it out earlier.
Come on,
Silky Wilkie.
Come on, just stand right there. Just lean into the mic.
Oh, yeah.
Wilkins is with us.
How we doing, ladies and gents? The gins.
Good evening, degenerates. It is Friday. NFL action coming straight to you. Hot as can be. We got games on Saturday and we got games on Sunday.
Saturday games.
We have
Saturday, Sunday.
We have a whole lot of NFL to talk about this week. We got 5 marquee games. We're going to give you our whole cards. And this is the episode this week where we're giving you the mortal locks. So,
Oh yeah, baby.
all of us are back in the parlay.
Woo!
Big week. I'm on relegation watch.
Oh.
I'm giving you
Party
a winner.
wave.
Without further ado, let's get in the action.
I do.
First game on the card this week, Saturday game. The only Saturday game we're going to talk about.
Saturday.
Broncos at Lions. Detroit -5, total 47.5. Mike, it seemed like you really wanted to talk about this game.
Yeah.
Sure.
Saturday.
I'm absolutely fueled by my hatred. So, I hate Russell Wilson. I never want to see anything he touches. I want to see everything he touches turn to absolute shit.
You never want to see anything he touches.
I never want to see anything he touches, and I hope anything he touches turns to shit
You want to
because
see
I
his
hate him.
kids turn to shit.
Well, I don't
You
want
say
to
he
see it.
touches his kids?
Yeah.
Whoa, what an allegation.
What do you mean? You give him a hug. Yeah, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
you give him a hug, Mike.
That's a
What do you
good
guys
point.
think?
What do you
Good
think?
point. Yeah, what are your minds?
Well, you were the one who owed first.
Ooh, he
is
owed
true.
you first.
Yeah, you owed, I joined.
Is this part of your pick?
No. I hate Russell Wilson. I never want to see him succeed. Detroit's defense is bad, but, Broncos are also bad. I don't really know what else to say except I hate Russell Wilson, so Detroit. And the over because both defenses are bad. So points is my real pick, is the over. But Detroit because I hate Russell Wilson so much.
Wait, is this a picture or what's going on here?
Dude, why did I start with Michael?
Yeah, you kind of.
What was I
Yeah, I don't know
thinking,
why you
man?
did either.
That was
Saturday.
bad out.
I apologize to anyone who tuned into our episodes for the first time. I promise it is always exactly like this. This is nothing new, but we shouldn't lead with them. We shouldn't lead with them. We got to sprinkle them in like
The
third
viewers
or
get
fourth.
some logic
Yeah,
first.
like
Now that we got that out of the way, Mario.
cinnamon.
Holy like a delayed answer.
What,
He said
what do you
sprinkle them back and forth 5 seconds later after Tyler finished the sentence. Like cinnamon.
Well, it's like if you put too much cinnamon, you'll choke and die. But
Mario, do you have a pick on the Broncos-Lions game?
I mean, how do you follow it up?
No, I mean, I guess this is a cinnamon game. Okay? So, give me the Broncos +5.
There we go.
Big spot in a cinnamon game. I don't believe in Jared Goff. Listen, the Lions are a decent team. They're pretty much on par with the Broncos. I just think the Broncos are hot right now, and Lions are kind of cooling off.
Yep.
Also, I like the little matchup between Sean Payton and Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell, former Saint. Sean Payton, former Saints coach. I believe he was Dan Campbell's coach. So he's kind of like a mentor for Dan Campbell. I just think it's kind of like when you see like Nick Saban play against, like his old coordinators. Like this is kind of one of those spots. I just think Sean Payton's going to coach a good game. Not saying they're going to win, but +5. Give me the Broncos.
Love it.
No, I see that. I actually forgot.
In the under 47.5.
I forgot it was a coach's kind of rivalry game. Like I didn't consider that when I was making my pick.
no, that's a good point.
Under 47.5 too, yeah.
But I'm gonna ride
points.
with the X player. I'm going Detroit -5 here. Lions are the better team, and I think they really show this at home. This number is pretty big, given that the Broncos have been playing very well. But the Lions are 9-4. Besides the 3 top teams in the NFC, like unanimous top teams, Eagles, 49ers, Cowboys, the Lions are right there. They're playing for a home playoff game, which they are likely going to get. And who knows? I mean, they have 9 wins. So that team is definitely playing for something more than the regular season. I think they get it done here at home in a big way. So I love Detroit -5. And I actually like the under. I haven't been taking a lot of totals, but I really, really, really like the under in this game. I think a lot of people are going to go over because of how the defenses have been playing, how much firepower you've seen on these offenses. Cortland Sutton having an unbelievable season for Denver. And then the Lions.
A game, it seems.
Yeah, and the Lions, we know they can score points. They got Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon-Ra, and Montgomery. So yeah, give me the under because I think it's a fake out line, and give me Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, the under I love, obsessed with. I don't think there'll be a lot of points in this game because I love the Broncos +5 here. I think once again, another week, I'm going to go out and say this could be an outright win, as I've been doing with the Lions team. The last 5 weeks, the Lions look absolutely terrible. They played the Bears. We're down 2 touchdowns, had a miraculous comeback. Then they played the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. We all know Packers killed them. Played the Saints. Literally should have lost the game if they didn't start up 21-0. Yep. And then last week got pretty much humiliated by the Bears, I would say. I don't know really another word for it.
Yep.
Another game like that this week, I think the Broncos can easily win this outright. Love the +5 here and all over the under.
Ooh, Tate.
I don't. I actually think I'm gonna ride with the Lions this week. I kind of like Detroit minus the 5. It is a big number, especially since the Broncos have been good and the Lions have been bad. But actually coming back home after, was it a 3-game road trip?
I have no idea.
They have one in between. Anyway, Jared Goff plays better at home and in a dome.
Yep. Yeah, I mean Lions on the road without a dome.
Goff in a dome is a thing, by the way. So they played really well against the Saints, and then somehow they let them back in the game.
Yeah.
So they had the opportunity to destroy them. That was in a dome. Jared Goff plays good in a dome, so give me Jared Goff in the dome at home.
I like that. I saw it was
In the dome at home.
He had 7 fantasy points.
I saw it was a meme going around that Lions
not
outside of a
in the
dome. Yeah, outside of a
the
dome,
Saints are in
they're
a dome,
playing
no?
terrible.
No, oh, you mean he had 7 fantasy points in that game?
Yes, versus the Saints.
Yeah, but they were up $1 million to start quick.
But that wasn't Jared Goff.
I'm saying, I
Threw
don't
a pick
know.
6 on.
We'll see.
Next game, Bears at Browns. Cleveland minus the 3.5 at home. Total 37.5. Tate, I'm coming back to you here. These are two teams that it's not gonna be a pretty game.
No,
You don't know what you're going to get with these teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
no, you really don't know. Well, the dog pound was absolutely rocking last week, and big win against the Jags.
Big win.
Mortal Lock Browns. Shout out Joe Flacco.
Shout out Doug
Shout
Peterson.
out Doug Peterson.
Jags for
Going
I
for
know,
2.
seriously, yeah. Shout out Doug Peterson. I love you. But the Bears got a little something going here.
They got a little something.
I don't know, but it's so hard to play in Cleveland, is it? I don't know.
It's so
It's
hard.
tough.
At
just-
home for
it's
no matter who you
It's
are,
just
how
kinda
good you
weird.
are.
Yeah, like how good you are. I don't know. The line just went from 3 to 3.5. I'm gonna take the scary side and just take the Browns at home. I don't know why. They're just a bit of a wagon at home. I know the Bears are on a little bit of a roll. I wouldn't be surprised if they cover the 3.5. But I think they're rocking. They got a little momentum. The Browns, they're like, no, we're running with Joe Flacco the rest of the year.
They definitely make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Very likely.
Give me the Browns at
100%.
home. I think that's just the safe play here. I like it.
Yeah. First off, over 37.5. Bears overs are just going to start spiking like literal crazy. I mean, Fields is getting going. The Browns will score points. I'm not worried. I don't know. I think this number should be 8.5. Not going to lie.
For what?
The Browns should be minus
Yep.
8.5.
I agree.
I mean, the Browns just
agree.
beat.
What?
The Browns just beat the in people's opinion the number 2 or 3 team in the AFC.
But they were still 3-1 favorites.
What do you mean?
Against Jacksonville, but that was before
they-
the Trevor
when the
Lawrence
line was
news
set, nobody
that
knew
he was
Trevor
going to
Lawrence
play.
was gonna play.
Yeah, that's the only
The line-
reason
the
why.
line went
No,
down.
but when the people realized he was going to play, it went down to half a.
No, it
I'm
moved
just saying,
a point.
it's
It moved
still-
a
it's still-
point and a half.
Obviously, and he was still banged up. I don't know. The Browns beat good teams, and this isn't like a good team that's facing them in one of the hardest places to play. I think this number should be a little higher. I'm just going to go with the Bears. I think it'll be some reason they're telling me a close game. And the number's so low. I don't know. I like the close game. I'm just going to take the 3.5. If they get blown out, they get blown out. Hopefully, it hits the over. So I can.
So you're doing Bears in the over.
Bears in the over, yeah.
I like it.
I'm also Bears and the over.
Ooh, yeah.
Wow.
Bears overs. If you've been watching our football or NFL episodes, I bet
With
this.
Fields.
I
With
bet this
Fields.
every week. Yeah, if Justin Fields is playing, I bet the Bears over. It's probably been one of my highest frequency hit rates of any bet I give out. Bears overs have been awesome. So that's the pick no matter what. And yeah, I don't know. I just like the Bears plus the 3.5 for some reason. I don't know why. The Browns are good. Their defense is crazy. At home, it's impossible to play in Cleveland. But yeah, this line's
Yeah, it's
too
weird.
small.
It's too
And
small.
Justin Fields, he continues to have something to play for. I mean, it's almost overwhelmingly likely that the Bears have the first pick in the draft. So they will have the option to take Caleb Williams. I think they end up taking him. But Fields this is kind of like a season-long tryout to see what team wants
teams,
to take,
yeah.
trade for him. Go
That's-
take maybe the Steelers, maybe
Still
a team like the Falcons,
top
something
10
like
pick.
that. I think Fields continues to ball out. DJ Moore, legacy game again. DJ Moore with Justin Fields is unbelievable. He's
Their
a top-
connection is
I think
ridiculous.
he's wide receiver 6 in fantasy right now,
Yeah, it's
and that's
absurd.
without Fields for 3 or something games. If you take out those and average out, he's got to be top 4 or 3. He's really,
He has
really
the
good.
highest scoring game this season.
There's 50 or something.
51.
Yeah. So give me the Bears plus 3.5 here. Give me the Bears outright and give me the over 37.5.
Love it.
Yeah, I could not disagree more. I think, I mean, I don't know. The way I see it, the Browns it's exactly what Ryan said. Browns coming off a big win against Jacksonville.
Ryan picked the...
I'm aware. But as Ryan said, they came off a big win against Jacksonville.
And then he picked the Bears.
Which is why he said the point spread should be 8.5.
The words
All right,
I did use those words.
Yeah,
yes, I know. I'm
exactly what Ryan
just
said.
hold on for a second. I think
I'm sorry, I
it
forgot
gave
it's
them a
Michael
lot of
Shannon.
momentum, and I think they're going to try to build off of it. Also, similar to what Ryan said in the last game that we talked about, the Bears coming off the win against the Lions, who I don't really think are that insane. The Browns also are 6-1 at home, going against the Bears, who are 2-5 on away games. One of those away games, they won on a last-second field goal against Minnesota, quite a few weeks back, actually. So I'm going to take the Browns at -3.5, and I'm also going to rely on the Browns defense, go under 37.5.
Mario?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna agree with Mike here. I have Browns -3.5. It's a weird spot. Yeah, I don't know. Just something weird. I really wanted to go Bears, but just I have a weird feeling about the game that could just be a spot just because it's at home where like the Browns defense just goes crazy
Kills 'em.
and they could just get out big early, and then like if the Browns get out like by 10 digits, like 10 points, 14 points, and you let those defenders just pin their ears back and just go at Fields. I mean, it's not like
Especially if Denzel Ward's playing this week. You know,
Yeah,
I think he is.
Like, I think he might, yeah. And if he
Yeah.
does, I mean, just like
I mean, but Justin Fields, Ohio State, he's been throwing to him in practice all the time at Ohio State. He knows.
I mean, it's
how to
been
play
like
defensive line.
3-4 years, but yeah.
He knows.
It's been a bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I just something about like if you let these Browns defenders, Myles Garrett. I mean, this O-line for the Bears is not good, and if you just let them just like get to just sprint at Fields for an entire game, like it could be a long day. So just give me the Browns -3.5 and give me the under 37.5. I think it's a little. I know
Nothing makes sense.
Nothing.
Nothing makes sense.
it's
I mean, the Browns should
it's
kill
gonna
him.
be a weird game.
No,
Yeah.
I feel
Myles
like
Garrett
a
should have
total
5 sacks.
fish. Like it's probably what everyone's thinking. Like, oh, Browns at home, and then like good defense, low. But like I just see it just kind of goes exactly like that. So.
It happens.
Yeah, no, surprisingly, the public and the money is on the Bears.
Oh,
So,
really?
People
I feel like it'll be kind of like one of two extremes where the Browns just like actually show up and just kill him, or the Bears are just like winning the game the whole time, and the Browns offense just looks like.
Yeah, I think the
anemic.
Joe Flacco magic kind of runs out. There's no way he keeps
Yeah,
it.
that's what I mean.
Also,
Like, there's just no.
The Bears defense has been playing a lot better.
The Bears
They
defense
have been-
actually been
they have
strapping.
been
No, they've
looking
been
a lot
actually been
better.
looking
Yeah,
pretty
no,
good.
it'll be
Yeah,
interesting to
we'll
watch
see.
for
Hopefully
sure.
it's a good
A
game.
couple of good DBs.
Another game that's going to be unbelievably interesting. This might be the best game of the week.
Could be.
Probably is the best game of the week, actually.
Yeah.
Cowboys at Bills. Buffalo, 2.5-point favorites over the Cowboys.
Oh.
Buffalo's at home, total 50.5. Ryan, you've been big on the Cowboys all season. You've also been vocal supporter of the Bills and Josh
So
Allen.
this one's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I've been pretty these Cowboys I've been just absolutely just nailing left and right. I've missed one game this year. They've been pretty good for me, but I really think the Bills win out. I said that last week. I think they're gonna win out. I think they're gonna make the playoffs and win out. I think they might even fight for the Dolphins in that AFC East. I have a
2
weird
games
feeling.
back, right?
Yeah, this is weird. In no universe after the Cowboys just dismantled the Eagles.
Should they be?
And then it just
underdogs?
screams Cowboys at home. Cowboys play much better at home. Everything's inflated at home. Bills have everything to play for a big win. Their defense looks great. I mean, their offense didn't look that great last week, but I mean, it was in Arrowhead, so I mean, it's tough. But yeah, I just think I love the Bills -2.5 here, and also I do love the under. I think regardless what happens, if the Bills win at home, Dak's gonna have one of his bad games.
It's a pretty big number.
15.5 is huge, especially
Yeah.
in Buffalo. It's not the weather is not friendly there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think it's gonna be one of those weird games. Regardless, not a lot of points, but I gotta go Bills in the under.
Tate?
Dude, I've just kind of been like same with Ryan. Like I've been just riding the Cowboys like all year.
Yeah, I've been
I have
for-
Dak Prescott on my fantasy team.
It's been working.
Yeah, I mean it's just insane. I mean the guy's just absolutely out of his mind. He's trying to make an MVP case, and I feel like I'm gonna go back a little bit to like betting like Washington college football, like they're my preseason and everything.
Just ride.
No, I feel like I'm just gonna ride here. I think that I don't know why the Cowboys have just been rolling. I think this is the most Vegas line ever. Like take the Bills. It's the sharp side.
It's a total Vegas line,
yeah, it's
yeah.
no seriously. I think they know that the Bills like have to win. The Bills have to win to get, like, because they're, after last week, you could see everyone on their team was like, okay, wow, we got through the Chiefs. Like, okay, on next week we got the Bills. Like, it's gonna be tough, but I think the Cowboys are just playing another level right now. Yeah. And maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I'm just gonna continue to ride the Cowboys until they do me wrong.
Yeah, if there was no college football, I would mortal this game. There's a 0% chance the Bills lose. Bills cannot lose this game with this line. This line tells you everything you need to know. Weird. This is the same thing when we saw San Fran favored against the Eagles, and then same thing with the Cowboys and the Eagles last week. It's the same spot where like, wow, a really good team is an underdog. Yep. And then they get people to bet on it, and it's just actually, no, it's a murder. Like, it's not even near the line. I have not bet on the Bills one time this season. This is the first time I'm doing it. This screams huge win. So I'm going to actually alt spread this pretty high. And I'm not good at betting against the Cowboys, but I've never bet against on the Bills. So this is
one team's 10
uncharted water.
7-6.
Uncharted territory for me. Hammering Bills -2.5.
That's great.
Yeah. I guess I didn't even think this would be the case, but I guess I'm a fish here. I'm going to be taking the Cowboys. I was really confused on this line. I had no idea why they were underdogged.
The Cowboys are definitely going to be the fish side,
Yeah, no, like I said, if I'm a fish, I'm swimming.
Yeah.
I've been known to swim, so
You're a good swimmer.
Yeah, Mike is a good swimmer.
I'm pretty aquatic. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just confused. Dallas has been absolutely rolling. They are on a 5-game win streak. Buffalo's 2-3 on their last 5 games. Like, I'm literally confused. Dallas has the 4th most sacking defense in the league, but they're going against the Bills O-line, which is actually very, very stout. So I actually just ended up relying on the turnover margin. Dallas ranks number 2 at +10, and Buffalo is number 12 at +2. Mm-hmm. So I'm going Dallas here. I've also been riding Dallas for the whole season.
Buffalo is +2 in the turnover margin, even with all those interceptions.
Yep, they're number 12 but +2. Dallas is number 2 at +10.
I would never guess that.
But yeah, Dallas +2 and the over of 50.5 because Dallas is known to hit the overs, and it's going to be a battle.
Roger that.
Except for last week. Yeah.
This game is nuts. Like Mike said, when I looked at this line, I just was like shocked.
Yeah.
Absolutely shocked. I stared at this line for a while and I was like, dude, I didn't know what to do. And so I just stared and finally I decided I have to talk about this game later.
Oh!
More to lock.
I'm about to...
More to lock.
There's no way back-to-back Mortal locks a team, right? There might be a first. It would be a first on the Degen pod if he back-to-back Mortal locks a team.
We'll see what happens.
That would be crazy.
We'll see what happens.
I love that. The energy just pounds. I'm all over
I love that.
Wow.
Next game, another big game. Sunday night football. Ravens at Jaguars. Baltimore, 3.5-point favorites on the road. Total 43.5. I'm going to go ahead and start here. There's no reason why anyone should bet the Jaguars in this game. There's no reason. Baltimore, the best team in the AFC, the best record. Jaguars not only have dropped 2 games in a row
off a cliff
in just terrible fashion.
Frauds.
Trevor is clearly injured.
Yeah.
Like very hurt. It's usually a 2 to 3 week injury at least for a high ankle sprain, and he was out for
to kill someone's confidence
0
like that.
weeks.
He was out for one
3
practice.
picks.
He was out for one practice.
He was doing wind sprints.
I know.
The game.
He was full practice on Friday.
Talk
He
about
literally
a-
sat one
Talk
practice.
about a misdiagnosis. Like, there's 0% chance he had a high ankle sprain.
Yeah.
But it's
There's
a
0%.
So what? You think it was just
They
nothing?
say
or-
he has a high ankle sprain currently still.
There's
You
literally.
can't.
I mean, I'm sorry. You don't move like that on a high ankle sprain.
Yeah,
I don't know
you
if-
kind
I
of.
mean,
Unless he's
you
on a
kinda
bunch
can't.
of like pain meds or something. Yeah.
I don't know. Trevor Lawrence
well,
has
Brett
never
Favre
missed a
was on
game,
it.
high school, college, or pro.
And he made a mistake last week.
It's like this guy. I think they just like juice him up with something. Like we saw in that Ohio State game, he was out for one play, basically got knocked out.
They just
Oh,
throw-
no,
they
he's
just
out
throw
for
a wig
the
on
year,
some
100%.
guy. Or
Yeah, I don't know what was going on, but yeah, Jaguars are in shambles right now. They're at risk of not even winning their division if they continue down this trend. There's no reason I should be betting the Jags here, but I am. I'm rocking the jersey. I think this is a huge game for Travis Etienne. I think Trevor Lawrence will not have a good game at all against this Baltimore secondary. I don't think they throw for very much. I wouldn't be surprised if he threw for 0 touchdowns. But the Jags defense has been one of the most streaky defenses in the league. You've seen them play
awful.
unbelievable and then you've seen them play really, really bad. They've had a couple really bad back-to-back games. They got torched by Jake Browning. Last week, they didn't look good at all against the Browns. Yeah, Joe Flacco. I think they make a stand here. So I love a low-scoring game. I like the under, and I like the Jags plus the 3.5. I'm not betting the outright, but I wouldn't be surprised if they won this spot.
Yeah, this is an ugly game. No matter what you bet, you're going to be disgusted by.
You're not going to be happy with it.
Yeah, you're not going to be happy, and I think this is the type of game as a sick like last second hit. Like the Jags could be up by 1 and the Ravens score touchdowns. Like, you know what I mean? It was some weird thing that doesn't make sense. One thing I will be betting that's been hitting so much for me is this over a 43.5.
Ooh.
It's been people look at these numbers like last week. It was Ravens Rams, and the over under was like 41 or 42.5.
40.5.
40.5. At halftime, it was 2017, 2020.
Yeah.
Where, like it was already hit, and for some reason, people just think that the Ravens aren't going to score or the team they play is going to score. I just don't think it's the case. So I love the over. If I had to lean, I'm just going to bet the team that's better right now, the Ravens. But I can easily see the Jags even winning this game at home.
Yeah.
And a big stand. They need. Maybe if they lose this game, it's like the playoffs are now in question.
Yeah,
You know, if they win this
they're in
game,
trouble.
they're in. At least they have their home field most likely.
If they win this game, it's pretty close to locking up the division.
That's what I'm saying. So like this is a big game for them, but we'll see. It'll be a tough game for sure.
Yeah. Tate.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna ride the better team here as well. I think the Ravens are better. I think they're gonna be on the road. They show up when they need to. I think this is could be a Super Bowl caliber team. We'll see. I mean, they are up there, so just give me Baltimore. I don't really have a lot to say about this game. We'll see how Trevor's health is, but yeah,
It'll be hopefully a good Sunday night game though.
Yeah.
Hopefully a really good
Yeah,
Sunday night game.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Mike.
I cannot talk about this game.
Oh,
my
wow.
Can't. Nope.
I was like, this is gonna be the ugliest game on the slate.
More to lock.
Oh yeah. It's also
Wow.
not like a game of the year, game of the month, or whatever, but it is my highest bet mortal besides that.
So it's a game of the week.
Game of the week.
It's a game of the week.
It's a game of the week.
Game of the week.
Game of the week.
We got a
Wow.
big bet coming. Mario.
Wow. Sunday night football game of the week.
What do you got here?
Yeah, I mean, I just have to ride with the Ravens minus 3.5. I think the Jags will make it a dogfight. I don't see a world where the Ravens don't cover this, unfortunately. The Jags, I'm sorry, they just look a little bit like frauds right now.
Oh, terrible.
For
terrible.
sure.
Yeah, and this Ravens defense is very, very good. I think it's just going to be a tough week for the Jags. Christian Kirk's out, so that he only has Ridley. Obviously, Ingram could go off, but
He's been having a couple really
Yeah,
good games.
yeah, I mean, he had a
Been
good
the only
game,
bright
but,
spot.
but
Ravens secondary is just too good.
yeah, I just give me the Ravens, better team. Simple as that.
Simple as that.
God, I can't wait to see what your mortal
Yeah,
is.
wow, this
This
could
will be electric.
could change everything.
Last game, Monday night game, Battle of the Birds. Eagles
Huzzah!
at Seahawks.
Love that.
Philadelphia -4 on the road. Total 47.5. Mario, tell me what you think here.
I actually like Seattle plus the 4 here against the Eagles. Home game for them, and the Eagles have been obviously on the decline, but I just think the Seahawks are actually a good team. Like they've been dealing with some injuries, but I mean, I took them to cover the spread against the 49ers, which they were doing for a majority of the game. And if you'd bet it right before the game started, they would have covered. We bet it a little bit earlier in the week, so I had it at like 10.5 or something, so I just missed. But it was pretty much covering the entire game. The Seahawks are good, especially at home. I think Geno will be healthy. Kenneth Walker should be good. And give me the over 47.5. I just think Eagles
Points on Monday night.
Yeah, no, Seattle will score, and I think the Eagles obviously will score too. So Seattle plus 4.
Gotcha.
Could be an outright win.
Dude. All right. Well, same brain, Mario and I tonight, because I'm also with the Seahawks and the over. I honestly didn't even look too much into stats on this one. It's just a gut feel. Seattle's a very, very difficult place to play, and especially in primetime games, it's going to get loud. It's going to be very difficult, and the Eagles are already struggling. They're trying to build momentum, and this is not the time to try to build momentum. They're probably going to win this game, but I think it's going to be really, really close. Seattle plus 4 to take the points, and Yeah, the over because points.
Wow, I'm surprised we went Seahawks. I'm also on the Seahawks.
Whoa,
+4 here. All the bets and all the money are on the Eagles.
Yeah.
On the road, covering the summer. Yeah, I don't know. Monday night underdogs have been winning outright every single week.
I think it's 6 in a row.
Yeah, I saw some. If you bet $100 on it and rolled it every week on
For
the money
6
line,
weeks, you'd have over 200,000.
Yeah, you saw the same thing. Yeah, so
Damn.
Monday night underdogs have been winning outright every single time. This is not only an underdog but a home dog, and they're playing an Eagles team which has been really struggling to find an identity the last couple of weeks on offense. They've been terrible. Their secondary has been getting exposed. Yeah, I really like the Seahawks +4, and of course, Monday night tradition outright. They're beating the Eagles.
Bang.
Oh Lord. Yeah, I just, as much as I love the Seahawks, and trust me, I really do. I really want them to do well in this game. This has got to be a line in the same game for the Eagles. I mean, there's just no way they could lose three in a row and be seamless contenders. All in the. There's just no way. They have to win this. They have to win by 20.
There's just no.
There's the line of sight. If they lose, I'm off them. I'll bet against them. I don't give a shit. This is the game. They come back. Jalen Hurts has a good game. Their defense steps up. I don't even think Geno Smith is going to play. So, could be a win-win for me getting this at this number now. And then freaking, Drew Lock.
Shout out Drew Lock.
Drew Lock comes in and it's like -6.5. But, yeah, I just think the Eagles have to win this game. 4 is way too small. I mean, if this was 2 weeks ago, this would be 8.5. So,
line the same.
I love it. I'm also going to bet the over. I never go against Seattle over. So, Eagles +4 win the over.
I actually couldn't agree more. I think this is a perfect spot for Philly to just say, no, we are one of the best teams. We went to the Super Bowl last year. There's a reason for that. I mean, it's kind of hard. You got to pick your spots against teams like this.
Yeah.
And it was the last 2 weeks to pick your spots for against this team. So I think they kind of get up for this game. Nick Sirianni's not going to just sit there and be like, okay, well, we're an average organization. And, we've seen all those interviews with Jalen Hurts about, he's like, oh, I don't like to lose. And then he gets really popular, and he went he lost 3 games or something in 20, whatever, some crazy amount of games, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they lost the last 2 games. So I think that they win this game easy. I think actually.
Yeah, Devontae Smith legacy game. Calling it
Wow.
right now.
In Seattle, Monday
Seattle,
night, prime time.
legacy
Seattle.
That would be good for a lot of fantasy.
Birds
players.
on birds.
Huge game for play.
Big day for fantasy playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was all the games.
Oh, yeah.
Now we have a lot of bets to tell you. Let's get into the cards. NFL cards time. Without further ado,
Best time
Tate,
of time.
kick it off as always. NFL.
Whoa.
Every
Oh yeah, NFL. You're right.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
God, we were
Let
rolling.
the guy.
Dude,
I
we
mean,
were
we were on
rolling.
fire.
what?
We're on fire.
What? Please go ahead.
It's your show.
Well, I forgot.
It's Mike's
'cause we-
show. So go ahead.
No, I just forgot we started with Tate on NFL. But bang.
Every week.
All right.
Over to
Energy
Tate.
back up. What are
Bang.
the cards for the week? What are
All
we
right,
picking?
back into
Come
it.
on.
All right.
Rolling
Ring
right in.
roll.
I mean, Tyler's already on tilt. I mean, I just.
Hey.
It's every week. This is week 15.
Wait, can we get it together? It's a big show.
Week 15.
Pick-
Oh man,
Alright,
this guy's always so quick to anger.
I love it.
All right, Rams minus the 6.5 against the Commanders. I love that. I think the Rams are absolutely rolling. I think the Commanders are not that good, and they're not streaky anymore. They just stink. Browns Bears over 37.5. Bears overs. I don't know. They're hitting. Browns minus 3.5 against the Bears. I think it could be a spot. Go either way, but I lean the Browns pretty heavy. And then Patriots Chiefs somehow over 37.5. I love that a Chiefs game is 37.5 over. I just felt like it was a spot. I don't know. Bailey Zappi, he kind of looked good. He kind of looked good
He's
last
electric.
week. Put up some points for me over 37.5. Yep, boys, I'm doing it. I'm betting on the Panthers.
I like that.
Plus the
I don't mind
3
that
against
spot.
the Falcons
I don't mind
at
that spot.
home. They're not
Too small of a number.
They have a spot. Dude, the Falcons are bad. I hate the Falcons. They're bad. They're not good.
Team total. under.
And this is the fish bet of the year. Cowboys plus 2.5 at the Bills, and then to finish the card, Eagles minus the 4 at the Seahawks on Monday night.
Ooh, that's electric. All right, strap in. There's about 1 billion picks on this card. You're gonna have to
That means
listen to
I'm
every
adding.
single
That
one.
means I'm adding.
All right, start off. Weird pick. This makes no sense, but I'm gonna get it out. Vikings plus 3.5 versus the Bengals. It doesn't make sense at all, but it just feels right. I don't know. It just feels. Bengals Vikings over 38.5. They're gonna score points. Vikings are just gonna be weird. They're gonna go crazy. All right, as we already talked about, Broncos plus 5 versus the Lions. Lions are frauds, and Broncos Lions under 47.5. I love. Titans Texans over 37.5. Weird game. Points scored. Like it. New Orleans Saints -6 for the Giants. Giants, this will be the game that everyone goes, whoa, all right, DeVito was a backup. He is a side piece. He might be better than Daniel Jones.
DeVito,
but
hey, what are you
DeVito
gonna
might
do?
have to slow it
No,
down a
I'm
little
walking
bit.
here. What are you
He's trying to walk. And with that, I'm going to do the Giants team total under 16 versus the Saints. Back, we have the Chiefs team total over of 28 versus the Pats. I think they'll score a lot. Bucks Packers under 41.5. Just think this is a weird, gross game. Either team wins, but I like the under. Niners -13.5 versus the Cardinals. Should be a murder. And Niners team total over 31 versus Cardinals. In their last 5 games of their win
31?
streak. Yeah, 31. And their last 5 games of this win streak, they literally have been just murdering and then scoring 1 billion points. So ride it, love it, murder it. Panthers Falcons over 35.5. Another one where I just feel absolutely disgusted by it. I never want to bet it, but I love it. It's too small. Rams Commanders over 49.5. Rams team total over 28. Commanders team total over 21. Should be 1 million points in that game. Bills Cowboys under 50.5. We already talked about it. I love it. And rounded off, Fly Eagles Fly -4 versus Seattle.
Woo!
Line in the same game. Line in the same.
Line of the same game. This card started off very small. I was going to try to have more college picks than pro, but I actually love the slate this week, so we're actually
do it,
firing
baby.
off a bigger NFL card than we have been. So let's get into it. The games we talked about first, Lions -5 and the Lions Broncos under 47.5. I like the Bears plus the points, plus the 3.5. I like Bears outright as well. And then the over, 37.5. Bills -2.5 in my biggest NFL bet of the week. I absolutely love that game. Jags plus 3.5 on Sunday night, like we talked about, and the Seahawks +4 on Monday. Next, moving into it, I really like Ryan said, for no reason at all, Vikings plus 3.5 at the Bengals. Don't know why, I just really like this line. I'm riding with my Steelers plus 2.5 on Saturday against the Colts.
Come on, we have to win one.
Yeah, I feel like this is, it doesn't make sense. The Steelers should never be bet on by anyone ever.
Yeah.
But
True statement.
I don't know. Mike Tomlin.
Tomlin's good as an underdog.
Mike Tomlin needs
He's
to
good as
stay
an
above
underdog.
500, like he has every season in his
He
career.
needs to
Or
stay.
else he'll
And-
get fired.
This Colts game is one of the ones you're going to need to check off the list if you want to get there.
Nah,
So-
make it a sweat.
well, he's been making it a sweat the last couple weeks.
He has been.
Tommy DeVito game of the year, Giants +6 at New Orleans. Tommy DeVito delivering. Give me the outright 2. Bucks +3.5 at the Packers. Don't know why. Just like the Bucks. And then
I love that.
I bet against the Panthers every week because they never cover any spread. So Falcons -3.
Woo!
Bijan to the promise. land.
Bijan to your promised land, baby. All right, as we always do, we start off with the games that we already talked about. So, Broncos, Lions, over 47.5. Browns, -3.5 against the Bears. Browns, Bears, under 37.5. Cowboys, Bills, over 50.5. Seattle, +4 against the Eagles. I really have no idea why. It's really just a gut feel. But,
I love a good
I love
gut
the gut feel.
I love Gutfield.
Switching out of the games that we already talked about, Steelers, Colts under 42.5. I don't really care who wins, but no points because both these teams suck. Jets, Dolphins over 38.5. I can't believe the Dolphins have a point total that low, but it's because of no Tyreek Hill. But they'll get it together. I hope they get it
Yeah,
together.
Tyreek's fine. Well, what he's saying is
yeah.
Sauce Gardner's on him, and he's gonna strap him
that's
up.
what
I
he
hope.
Well, no, he's also
That's what you're saying.
Well, because he got.
For sure playing.
Yeah, he's
Well, yeah, he
played in the game last week.
And also, he
He-
actively talks on podcasts about how he's going to be there for the fantasy playoffs. He said it like 5 times.
No,
like
I
I'm
know.
going to go crazy in the
What he was
fantasy
saying
playoffs.
was Sauce Gardner. Like I was trying to say, I hope.
Scared the
No.
shit out of me. I have Tyreek in like all my playoffs. So
It's
I
not
I
that-
just had a heart attack.
No, it's
The
because
point total's that low because of the Jets' super good defense. There's no, it's because of Tyreek.
Tyreek's out.
Yeah.
All right.
You heard it
Whatever.
here first. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Regardless-
That's what
Breaking
DJ gives to you.
Inside sources.
Inside sources, Michael Ewan, Tyreek Hill's out.
Do the E.
Regardless-
In the E.
No.
You're mortal. That's really.
Regardless, over 38.5. Chiefs -9.5 against the Patriots. Down with Bill Belichick. He's supposedly leading the Patriots, so down with him. He has no reason to try and make them win or be successful. Riding with Dan DeVito. Hey, I'm looking here. Giants +6 against the Saints. We're going to go with Rams because, of course, go Rams.
Yep.
-6.5 against the Commies. We hate Commies. Rams, Commies, over 49.5 because that would be 50, and there's 50 states in America, and that's the anti-communism. San Francisco, -13.5 against the Cardinals. Cardinals suck, and San Francisco does not suck. So, bang.
Yeah, easy.
And lastly, but not leastly, shout out Silky Wilkie, friend of the pod, for lending me the jersey and the chain Falcons -3 against the Panthers. Bing, bang, boom.
Friend of the
Bijan
pod.
to the promised land.
Tyler Algier to the promised land.
That's it. That is a fire jersey.
Yes, it's so sick. It's so sick.
Yeah.
If he ever plays, I mean,
I really need to get one.
Tyler Algier
myself.
leading rusher last week.
Yeah.
No, we don't talk about that.
Sorry. We're gonna have that conversation.
So we'll have that conversation.
Save the conversation.
All right. NFL this week is a little scary. I'm either gonna be up $1 million or down $1 million.
That's what you want to be, though. That's the way you wanna be.
that's where you want to be.
Flip the coin.
All right, starting off with the games we already talked about. Broncos +5 against the Lions and the under 47.5. Browns -3.5 against the Bears and the under 37.5. Cowboys Bills over 50.5. That's all I'm gonna say.
Ooh.
Ravens -3.5 against the Jags. Seahawks +4 against the Eagles and the over 47.5. Now the games haven't talked about. First, starting off with the Saints -6 against
Gotta ride.
the Giants. Have to ride. I hate it. Absolutely hate
Worked
it.
last week.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think we win, hopefully. +6. Wow, that's a number.
That is a number. Kid.
We'll see if we even get close to that. Jets +8.5 against the Dolphins. Honestly, don't know why. This is kind of like my Patriots and Titans bets last week. I just was kind of just feeling it.
Gut feel.
Titans worked.
Love it.
Big numbers.
real
Just
well.
love the team to stay within it, except for the Cardinals because 49ers -13.5.
Bang.
49ers firing on all cylinders. Well-oiled machine right now. Bucks +3.5 against the Packers. This is another game where it's kind of weird. I didn't bet a total. I would lean on the under, but I didn't really feel strongly one way or the other. But I just feel like it's going to be kind of a dirty, grimy game.
Dirty game.
Dirty game. It's going to be close within the number. I love the 3.5. They can lose by a field goal and still cover. So
Yeah.
Bucks +3.5. Mike's team, Falcons -3 against the Panthers.
Not my team, but go Bijan.
Yeah. Well, this week, I guess they're your team. You're repping them.
Sure.
Panthers are just bad. Abysmal. So, I mean, I think Falcons are winning this game. If it's a push, I'll take it. But I think it's always either a push or a cover. And then Chiefs -9.5 against the Patriots. Patriots are a good defense, but I just feel like this is a week where they go back to scoring 6 points or less, and Patrick Mahomes will at least
Go
score
get.
17 points. So,
I hope so.
yeah,
Please.
Chiefs -9.5. And that's it.
Beautiful.
There you have it. There's all your cards.
Yeah.
We're getting in the Mortal Lock section, and we have something a little special planned for you. So let's get into the Mortal Locks.
That's good, baby. That's good.
Hey, if you like free money, I need you to listen up right here.
The Subscriber Picks Parlay is a free roll we give to every subscriber, allowing anyone the chance to win up to $1,200 each week.
We put our own money at risk every single week on our 5 best bets, what we call Mortal Locks.
And if our parlay hits, we'll be raffling off all of our winnings to one lucky subscriber who supports our amazing show.
Like the videos, comment on the videos, click that subscribe button below. We've already paid out $350 in our Mortal Lock Parlay winnings, and you're gonna be next.
It is Mortal Lock time. All 5 of us back in the parlay. And we have something special planned for the end of the parlay too.
Oh, yeah.
So without further ado, we are kicking it off. Mario,
Oh,
starting the Mortal Locks off hot.
Hero.
You're back in the parlay.
Come on.
I'm
keep it
back.
up.
You're back in the
Bang.
parlay.
welcome home, kid.
What are we riding this week?
As mentioned earlier, couldn't talk about the Cowboys-Bills game. That's because I got one of these teams, and you guys are not going to like it. My Mortal Lock this week is going to be the Cowboys +2.5.
Yes!
Wow.
Yes, let's go.
It's a scary line, but at the end of the day, I just went with the team. I think it's one of those games where it's the same thing last week I did with the Bills. I just think the Bills were in a spot where they're going to play better. As simple as that. So just give me the Cowboys. It's super scary. Absolutely hate it. I hate this.
That's a good
But
pick.
you
then.
love it.
a
So
good
Cowboys +2.5.
Back-to-back weeks. Wow.
I
Our
love
biggest
that.
Picks
bets
I
in
just
NFL
hated.
back are against each other.
Yeah.
Wow. And it's in the Bills game. That's huge.
Everything is there. I love it.
I love that. Alrighty, so as similar to Mario, I couldn't talk about the Ravens and Jags game, so I'm gonna give out another line that I also couldn't talk about because it, didn't want to talk about the game. Ravens Jags under 43.5, and with that, my mortal is the Ravens 3.5 against the Jags. Listen here. Jacksonville has the number 20 defense in the league. I have no reason to believe they're going to stop the number 4 Ravens defense, and I have even less of a reason to believe
You mean offense. You meant offense.
number 4 Ravens offense. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, but
Sorry.
their defense is up there too.
And even less of a reason to believe that the Jacksonville number 9 offense will topple the Ravens number 2 defense.
Yeah.
Continuing on that, Jacksonville is 3-4. They have a losing record at home, while Baltimore is 5-1 on away games. That's amazing.
Hey, Sean.
That's absolutely amazing.
That's a stat.
Continuing on.
More? Feed the
Stats. Jacksonville, last 2 games. Who they go up against? Joe Flacco, who they gave 354 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
And then before that, they played Jake Browning, gave up 311 yards and 3 touchdowns. And now they're playing Lamar Jackson.
Bang.
You think they're going to be able to do anything against that guy? No. Ravens -3.
And a half.
Cacaw, birds, cacaw.
I didn't know it was a sound a raven made.
Hey, now you know.
Now
You
you know.
learn something new every day.
The more you know.
I'm finally back to getting to pick college games.
Thank
If you
God.
watched our Wednesday roundup where we picked our early bowl games, I saved one of those games for later, and that was the App State Miami Ohio game.
True.
This is a Tyler line if I've ever seen one. Miami Ohio plus the 6.5.
Yes.
Absolutely love this.
Love it.
Listen to this number: 33% of the bets, 58% of the money. Huge differential on Miami Ohio. I absolutely love it. App State not good this year. 8-5. Miami Ohio 11-2. Conference champions.
Way wrong.
I just want to rock.
I love it outright as well.
love
So mortal lock Miami Ohio plus 6.5.
Love it.
Wow.
No, it's just
Let's go.
beautiful. I mean, that's beautiful.
I like
I
it.
love everything about it. It's got the winning outright.
It's easy.
All right. Hopefully we can stay on NFL and just keep rolling these easy winners. I'm gonna do the 49ers Cardinals over 47.5.
Love that.
49ers have been scoring out of their universe, and their defense has been giving up a little wiggle room.
I mean, they might hit that on their own.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they can
that's
hit down their
facts.
own, and also the Cardinals. I mean, they're at home. They could put up easily 15, 20 points.
All you need is
They're weird.
14.
So
All
I'm
you
saying
need is 14.
Something small. 50% of the money, or 50% of the bets are on the under. 80% of the whole money is on the over. And the last time they played, they scored 52 points. So everything says over. I love it. Easy pick. Move on.
Over.
Points.
Wow, just like Tyler, thank goodness college football is back because I'm back to college football mortals. Last week, I might have been a little lucky. I don't know why the Jags went
That
for
was
2
fun.
last week, but
That
the
was
Browns
fun.
covered. We still hit it. We're going to go to the Tuesday game, the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl.
Wow.
Oh, that's a bowl.
Wow.
That's a bowl.
What a mortal.
That's a name.
We have to wait till Tuesday to hit our.
The absolute fade wagon, now becoming the wagon, UTSA -12 against Marshall. It's basically going to be a home game for UTSA, and Marshall has been awful on the road this year. Scoring no more than, I read off like 4 or 5 games where they didn't score more than 10 points on the road.
Yeah.
It's free.
And this is a road game for them.
Bang.
Amazing.
Total home team, UTSA -12.5. Shout out quarterback Frank Harris.
So those are the 5 picks. If all 5 of those bets hit, we're giving one person who likes, comments, and is subscribed $1,000.
Bang.
What are you guys doing?
We're giving away $1,000.
4 digits.
Free.
4 digits. It's free. And we're also doing something else.
Special week this
We
week.
have a friend of the pod with us this week. Come
Shouted
on.
out earlier.
Come on, man.
Silky Wilkie.
No, you're
Come
gonna
on,
just
baby.
stand right
Come
there.
on.
Just lean into the mic.
Oh yeah.
Wilkins is with us.
How we doing, ladies and gents? Degens.
I like the way you
there.
pronounced degens right there.
Degens.
Ladies and degens.
But
love
and so what we're gonna do, since you're with us on the pod as a guest, we are going to also bet a free roll 6-leg parlay.
Wow.
So Wilkins is gonna give a pick. We're gonna put a little bit of money on it. If all 5 of our picks hit and Wilkins' pick hit, we're also giving away another $800.
Wow.
Oh,
We're giving away another $800.
Come on, you
so
can win
if
$1,800.
all
That's
6 of
fine.
these picks hit,
$1,850.
$1,800.
$1,800.
Yeah.
1,000 plus 800.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$1,800. Wilkins,
What is it, baby?
The floor is yours.
Let's hear it.
Mortal lock.
So, like Tyler said, he's letting me in on the action. And
First guest.
First guess.
Welcome in.
So I just landed in California today, and I had a busy weekend. Mike and I were talking, and
we were.
happened to know a guy with a time machine. So I took a dip in the time machine. I have no stats for you, only facts.
Factual.
We love facts.
I love facts.
We looked into these games and we thought, why not take the time machine to see what's going to happen, throw some money on it, and it's free money. Call it cheating, call what you will. I call it free money. I call it the Eagles -4 Monday night against the Seahawks on the road.
Bro.
Call it what you want. Call it cheating. I call it free money.
Free money. There you have it.
Money for fun.
To reiterate, if Cowboys, Ravens, Miami, Ohio, 49ers, Cardinals over, and UTSA hit, that's $1,000 in your pocket. If all 5 of those plus the Eagles hit, another $800 in your pocket.
Hey, it's a free roll. What are you
Birds,
doing?
baby.
All you have to do is comment, be a subscriber, like the videos, and you are in for $1,800 worth of parlay free rolls this week. And there you have it. That is the episode. First guest star.
One time, baby. One
Wait.
It's only a
Silky Will,
blooper.
tell the people what to do, baby.
Like, subscribe, tell a friend, share the video. It's free money. Free money.
baby.
There you go.
Let's go.
Let's hit it.
Good luck on your bet.
1,800. Come on.